The residents of Lovell have always been literate, and many written accounts, from letters to diaries to newspaper accounts, provide a glimpse of the history of the town. By the end of the 19th century, however, more systematic efforts at recording the story of the town began to appear. One was the detailed collection of journals, manuscripts, and scrapbooks accumulated by Sumner Kimball. Sumner Kimball was born in Lovell in 1846, and his house is now the home of the Lovell Historical Society. For many years, Kimball kept journals portraying the events of the day in such detail that a clear picture emerges of the life of a rural 19th century farmstead in Lovell. The materials are now kept by the Lovell Historical Society for continuing research into Lovell's past. Charlotte Hobbs, a Lovell native who graduated from Wellesley and then came back to run the Lovell Village Library, which is now named after her, was an historian and teacher just after the turn of the 20th century. Charlotte made documenting Lovell's history a lifelong avocation. She built a substantial collection of notes and material about the history of the town, keeping them in a safe at the library. She was never able to put them together in a book, but an assistant of hers, Pauline Moore, was finally able to do so. Moore, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, had been a summer resident of Lovell since 1941, got to know Hobbs, and helped her with her work. After Hobbs' death in 1968, Moore used Hobbs' research to write Blueberries and Pussleyweed, a comprehensive history of Lovell that was published in 1970. This material is now permanently preserved at the Lovell Historical Society. Lovell has changed with the times. What was once a small rural town dependent upon the timber industry has evolved into a vibrant year-round community. As of 2010, the number of residents in Lovell was 1,140. That number easily jumps threefold in the summer. Keezer Lake continues to attract people from as far away as Europe and Hawaii, including artists, musicians, and authors. Every summer, the town celebrates its uniqueness with Lovell Old Home Days, which features a parade through Lovell Village, a tradition that began in 1954. The town houses two libraries, one in the village, the other in North Lovell, providing a platform for education and community events. There are active organizations such as the Keezer Lake Watershed Association, the Greater Lovell Land Trust, and the Lovell Invasive Plant Protection Committee working to protect the natural resources of the area. Fraternal organizations such as the Masonic Lodge and the Lions Club have strong support, and the Lovell Volunteer Fire Company, first created in 1940, continues its proud tradition of protecting the town from the ravages of fire. The task of preserving and recording the history of Lovell is being carried on by the Lovell Historical Society. What started in 1974 with a handful of members has become an organization with over 700 members today. The Society owns its own building, the 1838 Kimball Stanford House, and has been described as one of the best historical societies in northern New England. As changes occur, preserving the knowledge of the community's past becomes a critical element in preserving a sense of community and a pride in the town's legacy.
The town of Lovell has a rich and colorful history. New generations and new residents need to hear that history, and thanks to historians such as Kimball and Hobbs and Moore, and the members of the Lovell Historical Society, they will.